Hey everyone, it's Ryan with AGJ coming to you this week with another tech tip. This week's tech tip is all about saving time if you're posting to social media. So the way this came about, a friend of ours called and said, guys, I just got tasked at my office to keep our company's social media pages up to date. Things like Facebook, Twitter, lots of companies are also doing YouTube, Google+, LinkedIn, Pinterest. So all these sites, it can be overwhelming. In fact, if you're doing it and really keeping on top of it, you can spend tons of time every day just keeping your company's social pages up to date. And a little bit more bad news, you really shouldn't be posting the same content to every site. You shouldn't post the same thing to YouTube as you post to Google, as you post to LinkedIn or Facebook. You should have different content based on the channel. So we came up with a list of some tips and tricks and some tools to use to save tons of time if you are tasked with keeping your company's social media pages up to date. So let's jump right in.
So as we mentioned, today we're talking about social media management apps. And you may be thinking, do I really need this? Well, if you're a business, yes, without a doubt, this will save you a ton of time. If you're an individual, the answer is maybe you still need it. In fact, personally, I've used them and they save lots of time for personal posts as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. There are lots of social media management apps out there, things like TweetDeck and Social Flow, things like those. They work pretty well. Some of them are specific to a single platform, so you can only schedule post for a specific channel, but the ones that we're talking about today are useful across almost all social platforms. The biggest, most popular out there is Hootsuite. Here's our Hootsuite account, for example, and I'll tell you, we used it for a very long time. We like it. Basically, you add channels in here, things like Twitter, Facebook, and then you simply update them on a schedule. You can say, hey, here's a great article I found about technology security, and I want this to go out at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Or, you know, it's 10 in the morning now, but most of my Facebook users don't get online until night, so I want to schedule it for 7 p.m. tonight. So it really gives you a lot of control scheduling things in advance. What I do, as I scour the web looking for great content to post, or sometimes we post our own content, I'll go ahead and do 2 or 3 days in advance. So for instance, on Monday morning, I may go ahead and do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And of course, I can still post randomly throughout the week when something's critical, or if we have an urgent security update, I can still get that posted. But it really gives you a lot of control. And if you happen to be down a day, you're out of pocket or on vacation for a few days, you can still keep your social media channels active and keep your audience interactive. That brings us to another point. Should you post the same thing to every channel? Well, the answer is no. The content that you post to LinkedIn shouldn't be the same as you post to Facebook. There is no hard and fast rule, but here's what we do. Our LinkedIn account, we keep it very professional. We keep it business oriented. It's very, how should I say, very business oriented in the fact that we post things about business improvement, using technology to grow your business, things such as that. Our Facebook, we kind of like to have fun there. It's more of the personality of the company. We'll post birthdays and pictures and pictures from outings, things like that we do. Our Twitter, we use that for a lot of urgent, more breaking news. Every now and then, if there's a huge article like a security risk or something like that that's urgent, we may post it to all of our channels, but that's very rare. So again, that's a reason if you're not following AGJ, please follow us on Twitter and Facebook, even Google Plus and YouTube and LinkedIn. Another thing, if you're not on Google Plus, some people will say, why in the world do I need to be on Google Plus? Well, Google Plus actually gives you credit. It gives you higher search engine optimization. It bumps up your ranking. So if you have a Google Plus account, tie it to your website, and you can get greater SEO just from having a good Google Plus page. So it's important to keep that page updated as well. So you may think, great, I'll run out and sign up for a Hootsuite account. Well, I'll tell you, lately, I actually prefer Buffer. This is a different product. In my opinion, it's a little bit easier to use. You see here I have a Facebook, a Twitter, a LinkedIn account all connected to it. The cool thing about it gets to know you and actually will suggest things like, hey, post this, post this. I don't normally post those, but it gives you the option to if you wanted to, if you just don't have any ideas what to post. As a general rule, we try to keep our audience pretty engaged. We'll try to post at least one good piece of content every day. Sometimes that's content that we write. Sometimes it's great content that we find other places and just share it. We think our audience would like to see it. So again, check out Buffer, check out Hootsuite. You can save tons of time that way. I'm saving at least an hour a week, and it's really helping us out. We're keeping our channels engaged. We're seeing our web traffic go up. So again, we like this and we think it can be used by you to save some time as well. So good luck, and we'll see you next time.